A pleasant morning to each and everyone. The title of our research is The Level of Attention During Online Classes of Jojet Santos Senior High School. Researchers aim to determine the level of attention during online classes of the students in Jojet Santos Senior High School. Researchers chose this as a title of their research for the reason that it is very relevant with the current situation that each student have right now. Everyone is not used in studying online, and knowing their level of attention will help them to study. Statement of the problem. Under the statement of the problem, number 1, the demographic profile of respondents as to age, sex, and academic track. Number 2, what are the problems encountered by the students during their synchronous class that divert their attention? Number 3, what are activities that help students to attain focus during their online classes? Number 4, what is the level of attention of selected senior high school students of Jojet Santos Senior High School? Demographic profile of respondents as to age. Majority of the respondents age 52% among senior high school under STEM, HUMS, Cookery, ICT, EIM, and SMAU tracks belong to the age of 18 years old. 26% of 17 years old, 10% of 19 years old, 6% of 20 years old, 2% of 16 years old, 2% of 21 years old, and 2% of 25 years old. The demographic profile of respondents as to sex. Figure 2 indicates that most of the respondents of this study are female with a percentage of 66%, while male has a percentage that is equivalent to 34%. The demographic profile of respondents as to academic track. Figure 3 shows that majority of the respondents track who answered the survey is 30% HUMS, 20% of ICT, 24% of STEM, 14% of Cookery, 4% of EIM, and 2% of SMAU. Statement of the problem number 2. What are the problems encountered by the students during their synchronous class that divert their attention? Figure 4. Do you think that the speed of internet connection affects your focus during online classes? Figure 4 shows the students' response about how the speed of internet connection affects their focus during online class. 34 out of 50 strongly agree that technical issues affects their focus, which is equivalent to 68%. 12 out of 50 students or 24% agree, while 4 students or 8% of them disagree in this question. Figure 5. If you have health problems, can you still attend your online classes attentively? As stated in Figure 5, 48% of the students disagree that health problems can't make them attend and listen to their online classes attentively. 38% or 19 students said that they can still attend their classes even if they have health problems, while 12% or 6 students strongly agree and 2% of the students strongly disagree. Figure 6. Do browsing on social media apps and playing online games while attending your online classes decreases your focus? Figure 6 shows that 48% students agree that browsing on social media apps and playing online games while attending their online classes decreases their focus. 32% of the students strongly agree on this, 18% of the students disagree, and 2% strongly disagree. Figure 7. Does changing from traditional classroom and face-to-face learning computer-based training in a virtual classroom makes it harder for you to listen in online classes? Figure 7 states that 54% of the students makes it harder for them to listen in online classes. Changing from traditional classroom and face-to-face learning to computer-based training in a virtual classroom. 28% or 14 students agree on this, 10% disagree, while 8% of them strongly disagree. Figure 8. Are you a tech savvy and can use computer or mobile phones properly during online classes? Figure 8 shows that more than half of the students, 58%, agree that they are tech savvy and can use computer or mobile phones properly during online classes. 28% of the students are strongly agree, 12% are disagree, while 2% are strongly disagree. Figure 9. Does your time management ability affects your focus on online classes? As shown in Figure 9, 46% of the students agree that their time management ability affects their focus on their online classes. The remaining 30% strongly agree, 32% of the students disagree, while 2% strongly disagree. Figure 10. Do you feel motivated during school days? Figure 10 shows that 46% of the students feel motivated during school days, which can help them focus more on their classes. Also, 38% of them agree, 14% disagree, 2% strongly disagreed. This means that with this percentage of students who doesn't feel motivated during school days might be able to miss assignments or to do in their classes. Statement of the problem number 3. What are the activities that help students to maintain their focus during their online classes?
Figure 11. Do you maintain certain routine to help you focus on your online classes? Figure 11 states that 38% or 19 students strongly agree that they maintain certain routines for them to be focused on their respective classes, while 40% of the students agree, and then 22% of the students disagree, which means they don't maintain certain routine to help them focus more on their class. No students strongly disagree. Figure 12. Do you have your own workspace for your synchronous and asynchronous classes? Figure 12 states that 48% of the students, or a total of 24, agreed that they have their own workspace for their classes. 26% of them strongly agree that they do have one, while 6% disagree and 20% strongly disagree. This means that they don't have their own permanent workspace at their homes. Figure 13. Do you eliminate your distraction before doing online classes? As shown in Figure 13, 46% of the students, or 23 of them, strongly agree that they eliminate their distraction before doing online classes, and 12% of them, which is total of 6 students out of 50, agree, while 22% or 11 students strongly disagree, and 20% or 10 students disagree with this. Figure 14. Have you already memorized your class schedule? Figure 14 indicates that half of the respondents, 50%, strongly agree that they already memorized their different class schedule. 8% of them agreed on this, while 28% and 14% of the students do not yet memorize their schedule. Figure 15. Do you practice one task at a time? Figure 15 shows that 36% of the respondents, or 18 students, agreed that they practice one task at a time, and 30% or 15 students strongly agreed on this, while 22% of them, or 11 students, strongly disagree, and 12% or 6 students disagree. This simply means that they don't practice one task at a time. Figure 16. Do you have breaks during and between tasks and online classes to reduce stress from extended attending? According to the Figure 16, 52% or 26 students strongly agree that they have breaks during and between tasks and online classes to reduce stress from extended learning, and 16% of the respondents agree. On the other side, 32% of the respondents, or 16 students, disagree in this. This means that they don't take breaks during their tasks and classes simultaneously. Figure 17 indicates that 28% of the respondents, or 14 students, strongly agree that they schedule most important work for times of greatest concentration, while 36% disagree and 8% strongly disagree with this. This means that they don't schedule most important work for times of greatest concentration.
Number 4. What is the level of attention of selected senior high school students of Jose Santos High School? In Figure 18, in this question, do you practice one task at a time where you just listen to your online classes and not doing other activities? As stated in Figure 18, 44% of the respondents practice one task at a time, and 34% does not, while the other 18% of the respondents are undecided with this question. In Figure 19, spending time of watching a lecture video clip within 30 minutes, as if they are taking an online classes. In this question of, do you finish the clip? Write how long did you watch the video? As shown in the figure above, in Figure 5, 34% of the respondents did not watch the lecture video clip, and 4% watched the clip for 30 seconds, and 6% for 1 minute, and 2% for 2 minutes, and 12% watched the said clip for 3 minutes, and 4% watch for 4 minutes, and 6% watch for 5 minutes, while 2% watch and 6 minutes, 2% for 8 minutes, and 8% for 10 minutes, and 4% on 15 minutes, and 2% for 22 minutes, and 2% for 25 minutes, and 4% for 30 minutes, and last, 8% of the respondents finish the lecture video clip. In Figure 20, and this question of how can you maintain your focus on online classes when your environment is loud? Figure 6 states that 76% of the students maintain their focus through listening, and 4% said through participating they earn focus on what they are doing, and 2% of the respondents maintain focus through multitasking, eating, being interested, reading the presentation in online classes, scrolling through social media and sleeping, and the other 8% is undecided. Lastly, Figure 21, I can still listen to and add focus to my online classes, while Figure 21 shows that more than half of the respondents, which is 68%, can't listen to online classes while doing other activities. 8% of the respondents can still listen to classes when playing games, and the other 8% when watching videos. 25% of the respondents can still listen to their classes while helping their siblings do household chores, taking a bath, reading books, and taking down notes, scrolling on social media, and on a rant.
Conclusion and recommendation. This chapter focuses on conclusions and the recommendations of the study. Descriptive statistical analysis was used to identify frequencies and percentage for satisfy the findings based on the respondents' responses. Conclusion. Majority of respondents aged 52% belong to the age of 18 years old, 26% of 17 years old, 10% of 19 years old, 6% of 20 years old, 2% of 16 years old, 2% of 21 years old, and 2% of 25 years old. Most of the respondents of the study are female with percentage of 66%, while male have percentage equivalent to 34%. Majority of the respondents tracked who answered the survey is 30% HUMS, 26% of ICT, 24% of STEM, 14% of cookery, 4% of EIM, and 2% of SMAU. According to the answers of the respondents under the problems they encountered during their synchronous class that divert their attention, they strongly agree that technical issues, browsing on social media apps, and playing online games, adaptability struggles, computer literacy, time management ability, and their level of motivation, and agree on health problems. Respondents also believe that activities help them to attain focus during these online classes are maintaining certain routine, their workplace, eliminating distractions, memorizing class schedules, practicing one task at a time, taking breaks, and checking off progress. Based on the responses of the 50 respondents, it is concluded that most of the students practice one task at a time. In order to maintain their focus on their classes, they participate. Also, majority of the respondents cannot do multitasking. Recommendations. Based on the summary findings and results of this study, these are the following recommendations. Number 1. Qualitative type of research design may also be utilized to further explain the discussed issues. Number 2. Since the sample of the study were limited, future researchers can conduct surveys to other grade levels to see the comparison between their levels of attention. Number 3. For the next researchers who will be studying the level of attention in this new mode of learning, the researchers recommend to compare between face-to-face and online classes and evaluate better the level of attention of students participating in the study. Number 4. For the statement of the problem, include the issues you wanted to investigate to help strengthen the data of the study.